Why is nobody talking about this? Population of women who are at such high risk of being sexually exploited and sex trafficked. And even in the sex trafficking experts, no one is talking about this. I'm going to start talking about it. Married women who are in destructive marriages, abusive marriages, toxic marriages, or just really, really unhappy in their marriage, not being treated right in their marriage, are at high risk for sexual exploitation and sex trafficking. Because a guy comes along, right, on a white horse. I'm going to take care of you like nobody else has ever taken care of you. Your husband never appreciated you. Your husband doesn't love you. I would never put my wife through what he's put you through. I would never do to my wife what he's done to you. I would never have my kids see me treat my wife like that. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to take care of your kids. You think he's the best thing that ever happened. You think that he's your rescuer. He's your savior. And then he slowly gets you to expand your boundaries, gets you to do things that you ordinarily never would have done. But you trust him implicitly, and you want so bad to make the pain of that unhappy marriage, that toxic marriage, that abusive, destructive marriage go away, that you fall for it and you believe him. You believe nobody has ever understood you like he does. You believe nobody has ever loved you like he does. He puts you on a pedestal. You feel special. You feel desired. You feel loved. You feel worth it. He validates your worth even when you don't feel worthy. And then suddenly, you're doing things. Maybe he's having you ask, hey, send me a picture just of your smile, right? First. And then it's send me another picture, send me another picture, send me a video. And next thing you know, you're being sexually exploited. Maybe he takes you somewhere and he says, hey, I've done so much for you. I need you to do this one thing for me. And next thing you know, you're having sex with some guy and getting paid for it. He's taking the money. Maybe like in my case, he's telling you, you know what? I know you're nervous about meeting new guys. I can't be there for you the way you want me to be there for you. So I'm going to set you up on dates with men. I'm going to vet the men first and make sure they're okay. Make sure they take you to a nice restaurant. I'm going to do that for you because I love you so much and I want you to have a man that you deserve. And then next thing you know, you're in a prostitution situation. And guess what? The reason married women are super vulnerable and that no one's talking about is because they're going to keep their mouths shut. That's what the sex trafficker and sex predator wants, right? They want women to stay silent. They know you're not going to say anything because then they're going to say, no, you're a willing participant. You were having an affair with me. You knew what you were doing. You knew what you were getting into. And they know that you don't want to risk, losing your kids if you decide to divorce your husband. They know that you don't want to risk losing your job. They know that you're going to feel so much shame and guilt about it that you're never going to come forward. You're never actually going to tell the truth about what's happening to you, about what's going on. Married women are the perfect targets for sex traffickers and sexual predators. Unhappy married women. Women who aren't well in their marriage, women who are living inside of a marriage that's really sick and destructive for their mind, body, and soul, because they're gonna shut the fuck up like those predators want them to. And I don't know why we're not talking about this. And all the experts I talk to, they're not bringing it up. And guess what? Most married women aren't going to come forward and say, yeah, that happened to me. Read my book, Portal Tears. I can't tell you how many women read this book, Portal Tears, and come to me and say, oh my God, Lisa, that happened to me. I didn't even know it. I didn't have a word for it. When it was happening to me, I didn't have a word for it either. I didn't know it was sexual exploitation. I didn't know it was sexual predation. I didn't know it was sex trafficking. And then I lived in this state of shame and I stayed silent for a while. Clearly not so silent because then I wrote a book about it. But even after I wrote the book, I didn't talk about that part of the story very much because I was still living in shame. I didn't want to be judged. I didn't want to have people not like me. I didn't want to lose people in my life. But really, I was losing myself in the process, right? And I don't want to lose myself anymore. And I don't want you to lose yourself anymore. That's all for now. You are worth it.